if the refugee program is an urgent security need that needs to be addressed, why haven't you addressed visa waivers first? There were 13 million, but why not first? There were 13 million last year. They can come from France to the UK. They say, I'm going to Disney World, and that's all they have to say, and they're in. So if it is an urgent security threat, why wasn't that first, 13 million versus 10,000?
So, as I mentioned, this is step one in a long-step process. We assembled our committee chairs of all of the relevant committees in a task force, and they're coming together with all of these recommendations. So this is the beginning of a process, not the end of a process.
As you know, the president's already issued a veto threat on this bill. You said the other night that you expected riders to be on the spending bill. Is this an issue that you could anticipate adding to the spending bill, and are you worried that that could trigger a shutdown fight?
First, let me comment about his veto threat. It baffles me. I just, for the life of me, don't understand why his veto threat came as it did, especially given the fact that his own law enforcement top officials came to Congress and testified that there are gaps in this refugee program. I mean, look, this should not be a partisan issue. I'm asking Democrats to vote with us today. We reached out to Democrats in crafting this legislation this week to get their input. We put feedback from Democrats in this bill. So we are not trying to make this a partisan issue. Protecting the American homeland is not about Democrats and Republicans. It's about protecting the American homeland. And so I'm just really quite surprised that the president is using such rhetoric or is putting out such a veto threat. We know that there are gaps in this program, and we have to keep the country safe. And that is why this pause is necessary. And that is why we want to make sure that our law enforcement puts in place the standards that are necessary to guarantee that we do not have ISIS infiltration into our refugee population so that we can keep this country safe.